you're involved in, and there are dangers inherent of bumps and bruises and trees and things, so they get around that. I don't think we'll ever see us going to that, a certified course. There's just too many different machines out there. It came up earlier that we teach, basic Class A, Class B. We need another section on there on Scandex, because there's an awful lot of those out there. So we're going to do that. We will add that in. We're also talking about making a short version of this to do maybe a half-hour kind of presentation that you could do to your club members to show them what it means to be on a groom trail, what grooming does, how to stay off them, why you should stay off of them. We'll also try to do a video that shows what it means to make a mogul. Waiting, unweighting. Go over a bump, you unweight. The minute you weight back on the sled, put the power on it, kick snow up. Kick snow up, makes a mogul. You go up over the next one, you unweight, you wait, boom, you got another. Next thing you know, you got a washboard that's running down through there. Very simple principle. Most people don't even understand that. Most people don't understand in grooming. We teach them, and you probably saw it in one of the articles I wrote, this is not NASCAR going into the curves, folks. We teach the groomers to flatten them out. Flatten corners means you got to slow down. You got to stay right. You can't cut them. You can't get around them, okay? And we will continue to update this. We are working with Maine. They have a pretty good video now, and we're starting to take clips out of that and incorporate it. Accident reporting. How many of you know about accident reporting? There's a requirement. 7 days after you have an accident of $1,000 in value, it used to be $100. Anything over $1,000 in damages, any personal injuries, you break an arm, strain a leg, go to the hospital, there's supposed to be an accident report filed on that. We'll have this available on the website. We will also make it available to you in your clubs to have them available. And the police officer, they're supposed to give you 2 forms, one to get filled out, one with them, one that's sent in to us. We keep records now on that. Here's your accidents. Here's your registrations. We're not unusual. There's an awful lot of focus that goes on that number right there. Almost too much, quite frankly. It's tragic. It happens. It's about that across the system right now. Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota. They're all running about that at that level. We'll work on it, obviously. That's the accidents that we have reported to date. Enough said. You all get it. You understand it. Here's the other telling thing about the economics and the importance of this trail system. That number right there. County of residents. Look at the amount of 60 days, within 60 miles of your residence where you ride. That shows the importance of maintaining a county system. You can't give up miles on any county in this state. It means too much to this sport. For you to pick and put your sleds on your trailer and go to the high snow areas, what's it going to cost you? At least a couple $100 just to put the gas in the tanks. Cost of the insurance, cost of the motel, cost of the food. It's getting more and more and more expensive to ride. That's why it's so critical. When there's snow, you guys are there, you're available, you groom it, you keep your trail system open. That's why the funding has to stay that way. You have to have funding to make the trails available, signed, brushed, culverts, ready to go. Groomers maintained, ready to go. It snows, you're out there, you're grooming. You got money to get your gas. Plain and simple. You can't cut any place out in this state. And I know there's been a huge battle raging on this whole issue, high snow versus the flatlanders, whatever they call it, I don't know. That's not my philosophy. Mine is everybody has an equitable trail system. It has to be reasonable, and it has to be open and available and ready to go. Out of state, it's not as big as everybody thinks. I'd love to have it a lot bigger than that. Grant process. My pledge, and this was a tough year, but my pledge on this next go-around that we have is to get the phase ones out, get them back, get them approved quickly so that the grant application can be put together and sent in. With the GPS process, the GIS process, and the approvals to get to phase one, it will be much easier in the future to do that. You all know what this is? Garmin 60 CS, I think this one is CS. We reimburse for them, buy them, GPS your trails. And here's the reason why. It's not only for accountability, it's also to help you in your maintenance, your signing, your grooming down the road. It's also to make it easier for people to find where they're at. My vision ultimately is to have the entire system GPSed. Everybody been on Google Earth? You see the new JK?
Tell me. It's a type of format that allows you to overlay files onto Google Earth.
We may eventually have our system to that point, but you could go onto Google Earth, lay our trail system right down on top of it, zoom in on an area, and know exactly how you're going to ride. We've even thought about making it virtual reality at some point. Hey, I'm thinking about going to ride up in Speculator. What do the trails look like up there? Click. Oh, let's take a ride. We're going to go this trail, do this, go that. Oh, yeah, nice place to go. It will also help you with your signing. I rode Tug Hill, got chastised for that. Speculator, southern St. Lawrence County, and the beaches, Rome area this year. I was scheduled to go out to Chautauqua County to ride, but the governor's ride fell apart and we stopped. He was snowmobiling all right.
He was riding it.
Wow.
Snowmobile.
Here's one of the things that's going to help you, and and this is one of the things I asked the local sponsors to have a conversation about. Since 1989, in the plan, we talked about having 3-year plans put together for any new trails that you're going to have, any reroutes you're going to have, to do a plan on those. Trail narratives, that's the most confusing thing for people. Here's what we're really looking for, is for you to stop and think, and the local sponsors to stop and think, what is this trail going to accomplish? What are our goals? What are we trying to do? Where are we trying to access? What businesses are here? How does this improve my community? How many new areas of my county or my township can I connect into the system to make it easier for somebody to buy a sled to go out and ride, or have the sled and go out and ride? It's not, we're going to brush, we're going to put a culvert in, we're going to groom kind of plan. I know that. I know you know that. Okay? It's really to look at the long-range planning. And here's where my other life comes in. There is a possibility, and it's fundable, to try and put some permanency to this trail system. There were years where there was 2,000 and 3,000 miles of reroutes on an 11,000 mile system.